artistic. Weirdly artistic.
Damn, that's weird. We're back with Nick, Jay, and Jose.
It's weirdly artistic. We're talking art.
We're talking weird and everything under the sun.
Weirdly artistic.
Damn, that's weird.
Well, you both are like. Welcome back, everybody. This is Weirdly Artistic, episode 12. I'm Jose.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Jordan.
How's everyone doing today?
Good. It's my
Early.
last day.
Good.
Early recording today.
Early day.
Nick,
It's a little
you're going on
different.
vacation.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
Bahamas.
Ooh.
Little cruisy cruise. Yeah.
What?
It's been planned for.
You're gonna get so tan?
Yeah, dude. I need a head start
He's
on
coming
you guys.
back darker than the.
Yeah.
darker than us.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Dude.
I got to keep up with you too. So.
Oh yeah.
No, it's been planned for like 3 years. COVID happened, and then it
That's
got pushed.
That's
We tried to do it again, and
right.
then
I remember.
the whole vaccine
And here we are
thing.
4 years later.
Yeah, and we're finally going. So.
And we're here
No, that's
now.
awesome though. You need a vacation. I think we've all
We've been
working
grinding.
pretty hard.
We've been grinding.
We've
Yeah.
been grinding, dude.
So-
And last summer was a blur,
Dude.
and it's already turning into
It's
a blur.
dude. May was so busy.
May was
like, I
gone.
feel like psychic.
I don't
was
remember
all
May.
of my half of May for me was psychic.
60
bro.
hours actually.
And yeah, dude.
I just did your invoice today. It's 60 hours.
And like what's wild is I haven't touched psychic that much the last like week and
No,
a half.
it's just been chilling.
Psychic for those that aren't
It's
caught up.
big training for.
Yeah.
Do you know the
Train.
actual acronym? I
Yeah,
can't remember.
professional
Mm-hmm.
source inspector.
Source control.
Source
inspector,
control inspector
and something.
certification.
Now
There it
break it
is.
down for a kindergartner.
Yeah. Tell me
So
like
it's
I'm
basically a big training for. Is it just Washington or is it national?
Yeah.
It's broad. I think it's. I think
I
it's
think
gonna
it's
be
broad
West
actually.
Coast
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
so I believe it's at minimum Pacific Northwest. It's a big training basically to certify for stormwater inspections to keep our
Boom.
water clean.
Finding the source of what you're inspecting.
Yeah, so it could be metals, it can be
Toxins.
plant biohazards,
Yeah.
a bunch of different stuff. But it's basically a certification to keep our water clean.
First
we
of its
go.
kind as well.
Yeah,
But we get to
Very
edit, we get
revolutionary.
to edit it and
Yeah.
take,
yeah. So
take care of
we
it.
we shot it, we've edited it, and we're putting it out. Well, not us specifically. We made it for our client, and
That we're partnered with. Yeah.
Very nice.
yeah,
very
it's been busy. It's been a blur.
Yeah.
It's the end of the month.
Yeah, dude.
nice. I can't believe it. Wait, it's June next month. Yes.
It's June next week.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
yeah.
it's June
next
week.
week.
Next week,
Damn.
dude.
Yeah.
Like middle of next week. It's June.
It's been nice. I've kind of got to jump
It's
into
freaking
wedding
wild.
season a little slower. They've been like smaller, chill weddings, but next month is gonna be some fun, man.
Dude.
Or no, wait. I only have 2 next month as well.
Yeah. July
Yeah,
is
no,
a
no,
freaking crazy month.
I have 2 and 2. So yeah.
July is your absolute wild. I think
July
you
is
have some
the one
triple
to have.
headers.
I think
Yeah.
you had like
out
8
of town,
in July or something
Hawaii.
like that?
I get to go to Hawaii. I
That'll
wish it
be
was
nice.
for 5 days.
Yeah, for a vacation.
Oh, you get to go to
Yeah.
Hawaii for a wedding?
Yeah, it's like 3-day trip, and then but I do get a whole
pretty
day
dope.
off,
Do
which
they
is sick.
pay
so, I
for
mean,
your flight and stuff?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of
That's-
the deal.
That's
yeah,
gas.
definitely part
That's
of the
pretty fire.
deal.
Travel weddings are pretty dope.
And then I get a whole free day, come back, get the day I get back to rest. I get back pretty early, and then I have a wedding the next day. Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be a busy one.
But I have a feeling the Hawaii one is gonna be chill. I'm just gonna keep it low key, so I'm not too out of it.
Yeah, enjoy it. Just burn out a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be like a little mini vacation while you're out there.
Hawaii.
One day
Hawaii.
is a good enough
I go
day.
surfing and lose my arm before I have to film. Sorry, I can't film your wedding. They're like, you can film it.
This next one was a little wobbly.
Tape that camera to your back.
Actually, you might.
Wait, if we buy the
Dude,
backpack,
just attach it to your arm and then just be like a robo.
You're turning
always-
white. I think my wound opened up again.
Sorry, new mount.
Dude, you could just be a cyborg.
A cyborg.
You think small rig would come out for something if you needed it?
Yeah.
Like, here you go. Arm attachment.
You just like you. It's like the you just unclick it.
Yeah.
You put like different attachments on.
Can
Watch, I
attach
have the
Ronin
white,
into your
the
arm.
White Lotus experience there.
Oh gosh. Jordan's been gone for a week.
What happened?
Dude, that's such a funny show, dude.
It's
It's
White
so
Lotus is great.
it's so chaotic.
Yeah.
It's so
chaotic.
chaotic.
and it's a new style of. That's what I feel like when things are good.
I think it's the
it's-
sound
yeah.
that changed
Dude,
it for
The
me.
sound.
I
the
love the
class-
intro.
I don't know. And
Yeah.
the
Yeah, like
cameras aren't
the
amazing.
theme,
Work.
and it's
They're
like,
like-
it's a wild vibe. I don't know. I
It kind of
love.
sets you off a little bit.
Their first season, you could see that the colorists and the cinematographers were pretty young. Like I was like,
they went
dude,
ham too.
me and Nick could
be that.
easily handling this style of project, and it was
with
just
that gear.
with that gear, better lighting, even like the lighting. Like
Dude,
they
it's all
coulda-
outdoor though. It's so
was-
nice.
It was outdoor, but also like you gotta always have. I feel like some fills or like something.
Oh,
to
yeah,
contrast-
bounces and-
bounces,
yeah.
and like. But
Giant.
there were some
diffusers.
shots that were just like uncolored, like or not colored right. Like the skin was off, and
just
I was just
yeah.
like,
unsaturated.
"Whoa, do you see that?" And Bailey was like, "Yeah, it doesn't look good."
And that's the problem of
Yeah.
fast content.
Yeah, but it's also a great show. Anyways, just the writing. Writing
Well-
has a lot to do with the shows, like we've been over on this show.
It's
So,
like
I
a
mean,
drama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just pure drama.
And
but
to
Yeah.
go off of the fast content thing, I think I told you about it in White Lotus. There was one shot where like it made no sense.
oh yeah, you were
So
telling me
there's
about that.
the son and
continuity
his
error.
dad are like at the pool, and in one shot the son turns around and like starts leaning on the like they're at the pool bar, and he
Oh,
leans
yeah.
on like with his back to the bar, and then like it cuts, and then he's like forward again.
Oh, okay.
How long did they hold on the dad? Like, was it just a shot of? The
No,
dad?
it was like a couple seconds. So like it was.
Oh, like mid
it was-
conversation.
Yeah, they were talking.
Yeah.
So it was just like it just looked weird.
If he was monologuing for like maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds, I would justify that. But if it's a quick cut,
No, it
then
was like a couple seconds.
Yeah,
so
then
it was
no.
like
That's
it was
bad.
weird.
that's just bad.
I bet just budget wise, imagine they probably could not afford having to bring everyone back out to do a reshoot all the way
Dude.
out in the exotic.
Just do the
Yeah,
best
they're
you can.
shooting on location.
Yeah,
so it's
on location.
Yeah,
That's
well, yeah,
crazy.
flying everyone out, that'd be
insane. Big
hefty,
cast.
hefty bill.
They're ensemble pieces. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, they literally. I didn't even think about that. They're on location, so they have zero control of
Yeah.
the sun that day. Yeah, everything like that.
Imagine if it was like a tropical storm.
yeah.
Like that
Oh,
week you're
yeah,
there
you
to
just-
film.
You just lose all
All
out
that
on
money.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Well, I mean,
done.
you could do like inside scenes, but
I
like
almost
Yeah.
feel like you
even
could.
then,
whole
like,
reschedule.
I wonder if you could write in contract or whatever, like if that did happen, like act of God, like you'll cover their stays to be at the hotel, and then it just like books, like they keep that
Keep
block
the
of
booking.
rooms,
Yeah.
and then, something.
They probably have that
Yeah.
covered. They probably are like,
yeah.
this is going to take 3 weeks. Let's be here for a month.
And that's they probably have contingency
Oh,
for,
yeah.
for everything.
That makes
I mean,
more-
you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, dude, it's
such an
yeah.
uncontrollable world.
Yeah. Speaking of movies,
Spooky.
So weird vibes up in here with all the red.
Yeah, different colors.
So
Wondering why
today
it's
we
red.
wanted to talk about the scary movies that shaped us,
Or
going
ruined
off
us.
of or ruined us.
Yeah.
shaped us, ruined us.
Going off of last week's comedy episode.
Yeah.
Uh,
Going genre heavy.
so I think the least experienced with the older.
I mean, we've got
Movies.
slashers, we've got gore, there's torture, there's sci-fi, there's zombies, there's vampire, mythical
I
creatures.
think Nick's gonna be way more experienced in this one.
Supernatural.
Oh, yeah, I got
I had
yeah.
to sneak all of mine, but I didn't
Well,
watch them.
Like Nick said, that was his classes. Like
Yeah.
we were talking about.
We had a
it
full
earlier,
quarter
and-
of like horror.
and you would just
Yeah.
in class watch movies
And then discuss it. But I think the funniest thing about horrors is the genres of horror, like the slasher, the basic stuff. There's super fans for like each little section, so they're all kind of split. Yeah, and like the slashers, I think is definitely the most popular by far.
Okay.
Scream, Jason, Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street, the one with what's his face, Michael Myers. Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Chainsaw Massacre. That falls more
that
into a
more
gore,
gore? Okay.
slash torture.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Because he kind of holds
Oh,
him
yep, yep.
captive, and
yeah, and then
it's not like a
well, like they're like trying to escape like the entire movie basically, and he's
Yeah.
like, torturing. He like catches one at a time basically.
yeah, he's not like out stabbing people for no reason. But
Yeah, they all have a reason.
yeah, that's true. They love their moms.
Honestly, whoa.
Yeah.
They love their moms.
That's
is
the difference?
That's well, no, like if you think about it, like so many of them have like a mom thing.
Yeah.
Like Jason, I think was the biggest one.
Jason, Michael Myers.
Michael
Killed his
Myers.
mom and kept her head for like 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they loved them.
well,
it's
love
like a
them
love,
so
love,
much.
hate.
Yeah, love hate.
Weird.
I thought it was a
Yeah.
bad relationship.
There's a fine line
In real
between love and
life,
hate.
a killer is typically like a mass killer. Like they figured out had a horrible relationship with her parents and mother, and then that's what turned them into
They're
killer.
killers. There's typically signs too. Like even the movies show it. You know, have
Yeah.
you watched the Dahmer Netflix series?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Like that's a true story, but
Yeah.
it was very apparent that he was
Kid's a
into
good actor.
weird stuff.
Well, I think they go into his story and they say that like his
He's into-
mom would wait, no.
His
Was it
dad
Dahmer?
gave him roadkill, and
that's
his
right.
dad
Yeah,
used to let
okay.
him
I'm thinking
play
of a
with
different-
roadkill.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
thinking of
and
a
then they
different
got
serial killer.
divorced, and then he didn't have time with them anymore. He
Yeah.
kind of felt alone, and then
He was. I
From-
mean,
well,
he
he
was a
was
TV
alone.
kid.
But there's a show on Netflix called Mindhunter that got canceled after
Oh,
season
yeah.
2. Did you watch it?
No, I know what you're talking
But
about. Though.
it's a show that basically goes into the creation of the word serial killer because
It's
like
the
it
70s,
was
right?
yeah, the 60s or 70s was when the term was coined. Basically, that's when they
Yeah.
started like noticing the patterns.
the FBI and
there's
all that
one
stuff.
guy that's in jail that they go talk to, and he had a thing
Oh.
about like shoes, and his mom would like punish him anytime he would like try on her shoes or whatever because he just loved
Yes.
shoes, and that like led him to
That's such a weird thing.
it. Yeah, dude, I don't.
There's a good Netflix series
I'm
about
into
that.
shoes.
Exactly what you're talking about. I think
What's
it's
it
called
called, you know?
Mindhunter.
I think that's what
believe-
he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mindhunter. Yeah.
Yes, and
It's
that's a good show.
It
'cause
was
it's
so good, but it
real.
got canceled after like
Yeah. I
the,
can't
the
believe
second
that.
season,
Yeah.
dude. It was so good.
It literally was the beginning of how was it forensic It was the beginning of that
Yep.
forensics and like
Yeah.
or no, the study of why they are
well, I think they were studying the
there's a
mind,
term for
and
it.
then
psychology of
Psych-
there's literally a term for it. Oh my god, and I'm completely blanking.
I have no clue. I haven't seen
term
Mindhunter,
for
A term for studying like murderers, like it was invented then, like the
criminal investigation.
criminal. Yes, exactly.
yeah.
like a psychological side of it.
Yeah, it was the first time that was developed.
on a person, not the crime.
Yeah,
Well, like, and
exactly.
it talks about how like they try to implement it into like a police department to like, and they're kind of pushing back on
Yeah.
it because they're like, what is this? We don't know what this
Yeah.
is. Like,
Yeah.
they're bad guys,
Well,
and he's like,
cops,
well, no,
come
we
on.
need to study why they do this.
Yeah.
And
So we
it's
can
like
stop
it was a
future
really
ones.
good show, and I don't know why it got canceled. I mean, I'm guessing like budget. and
Budget or views,
Yeah.
maybe.
It was so good.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
But yeah, no, like the mom thing. That's
all
kind of interesting.
Psycho.
Psycho.
That's a Hitchcock classic. It's not great,
I
but
haven't seen that.
it's I want to say 60s.
Yeah.
It's the first killing on TV.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's in black and white, so they didn't have to use blood. They used chocolate syrup because it's black and
Yeah,
white.
'cause
So, like when she gets stabbed in the shower, that you just see all the blood going down, and it's like,
And it's
"Man,
just
that's a little
chocolate syrup."
dark, but it's
What's the
It's a
one?
little thick.
Here comes Johnny.
oh, The
Oh,
Shining.
The Shining.
The
Dude,
Shining.
that's a Kubrick, Stanley Kubrick. He is a master
The
at
first
his stuff.
the first glide cam, I believe, was used on that film.
Yeah,
Like
for
one
the
of
kids.
first. Yeah, that was the first
The
glide
cart
cam.
didn't fit in the hallway because they filmed in an
Yeah.
actual hotel.
So they made the glide cam.
yeah,
That's
OG.
damn.
It's crazy.
You know what's even
improv.
crazier? Jack Nicholson was like 33 when that movie came out. Do you know how old he is? I actually looked this up the other
How
day.
old is he now?
80?
86, bro.
Jeez.
He's getting
He's
up there.
that old?
Yeah.
I thought he was like 60.
No, dude, he's up there.
Wow.
Yeah. What is the
so wild to think? I like just
Wait,
we're
before we leave-
watching actors just get old and
yeah.
Before we leave The Shining real quick, I heard that in an interview, Jack Nicholson said he would just like go on the other side of the camera or whatever and shake his head up like this and then come back all crazy.
Yeah,
and
that's
he'd
how
be
you
in
get into
character. Yeah,
character.
he would get back
Yeah.
into character all crazy.
Just
too.
shake his brain a little
He'd
bit.
just shake his hair all up and he barely had
Here's
anything
Johnny.
up there. Here's Johnny. Like,
That movie was ahead of
that
its
would have
time.
been so fun to be actually acting on that.
Yeah, that and he, I read a thing that he actually hit the door so hard the first time
Yeah.
that it like blew the whole thing out. So they had to
Oh.
get a heavier wood for it.
Yo, chill.
Yeah. Well, he was just in character and he hit it so hard it just
Jeez.
blew
The
it
directors were probably loving it. And they were like, thicker door, let's go.
out. Again.
Yes.
Again.
Same energy, thicker door.
It's gonna take
It's
a couple
door's
chops.
fault.
That's a pure psychological movie, though.
All the Stephen King movies are actually just good, I think. Well, I haven't watched a lot of them, but
Have you seen Misery?
yes.
That's scary in the sense of like I don't want that to happen to me.
That's like
It's a real thing.
that happened.
No, I'm just saying
Oh,
like that
I was
could.
like,
that's something that could happen.
I don't know it. What happened?
Have you watched Family Guy? they do a like spoof of it. It's
You know when Stewie captures Brian?
Oh.
and like keeps him at the house.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
he has the little bob haircut.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
Oh,
that's
no, I
Misery.
have seen that with
Yeah.
Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's another good one.
It is a good one.
You
but it's,
right.
It's so funny how
Yeah.
Family Guy.
Right,
like,
stay in.
I haven't seen that. Well, have you seen the Family Guy spoof?
You would definitely have.
It brought me right back. Dude, that's another really good movie. That's and that's Will Ferrell's dad in Elf, Walter Hobbs.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Walter Hobbs. I don't remember his actual name.
No, he's a good actor too. He's in a bunch.
Yeah, he's getting old too.
He's up there. I'm pretty
He's
sure
gotta be
he's
80s.
Oh, they just
yeah.
remade a Pet Cemetery, right?
It was horrible.
Was it?
Horrible.
I vaguely remember the old one. Like I think I saw it, like when I was like very young, but it was like bits and pieces. You know, like when you're
Yeah.
little and you kind of.
Kind of scared.
And I remember it being scary, but I haven't rewatched it.
The old one's way scarier.
Okay.
2 remakes that have been absolutely horrible: Poltergeist and
Ooh, the original
Pet
Poltergeist. Is that's from the 70s, right?
70s or 80s.
80s?
Yeah,
That one's scary.
that's really
Because
scary.
that's like the girl like touches the mirror and like
Yeah.
he like drags her up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
It's-
creepy movie.
The Ring. You guys remember that one?
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it.
Did it give
The
you
Ring.
nightmares?
Though, yeah, dude, the little crawly girl.
Dude,
No, that's The Grudge.
The
Oh,
Grudge,
that's The
dude.
Grudge.
The Grudge.
That
yeah.
was scary.
That one.
I saw it in theaters, dude. I
No.
saw that in theaters. Nightmares.
With
Nightmares.
I saw Sinister in theaters opening night.
I saw that too.
I saw Sinister
Dude.
last night.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
That's
we've been
scary.
talking about it for like a few
Yeah.
episodes.
Honestly,
And
that's
it's
the last demon we want around us.
Bagul,
Yeah, dude, he travels through photos and images. Yeah.
but like you
It's a
destroy them and
videographer's
they're just
nightmare.
back. Like you just can't
Yeah.
destroy it.
I had to watch it a couple times to understand the movie. like,
one?
Yeah.
I was just so scared and frightened. Like I didn't understand what that guy was and stuff. I was like, "Who the heck is that?"
Is that
Oh,
Saw?
dude. Like the
Yeah.
worst. The worst
I was
was
so
like when he's
confused.
first watching the videos and he first sees them,
Mm-hmm.
and it like he pauses the video on his like screen.
Yeah, and then he's
and then
like,
he looks away and he's just like looking away, and the dude starts
Bagul.
moving in the.
Bagul just turns his
Yeah,
head,
he
dude, and he
looks at
looks
him.
up.
And then Ethan Hawke turns back around, and then like he's just back to his original position. I'm just like, bro.
Dude. Yeah, it's a messed up movie, but it's good.
It was good.
One of my all-time favorites is Babadook.
I haven't seen that.
Dude, probably all-time favorite scary movie. It's not that
Babadook.
scary, so it's an Australian film first off,
Okay.
but it's about
From Down Under.
past trauma psychologically.
Okay.
I don't want to give too much away because it's really good. But basically this woman is a single mom and her son starts having these like big freakouts. And then they find this book, The Babadook. And she's like,
Okay.
"Where'd you find this?" Blah, blah, blah. You know, typical horror movie stuff. And then, you know, he shows up. But it's not for the reason you think. Like, it's not the little kid. It has to do with something very internal. It's crazy.
Okay.
And it's almost like it only exists for...
Specific reasons.
Yeah.
Scary.
It's good, though.
You guys remember your first scary movie you ever saw?
Yeah.
I think the first one I remember is Nightmare on Elm Street for me.
Nightmare. How were you that night?
I mean, like, it was very scary because I watched it at a very young
Yeah.
age. Like, I think it was like about 5 or 6,
Uh-huh.
between like around that age.
Was that the
and-
Johnny Depp one? The OG one?
Yeah, like the very first one.
Yeah, that's Johnny Depp.
Is it
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Yeah, with the plaid and the ripped jeans.
No way.
Yeah.
Life exploded.
Dude.
Brain blown.
Early
Wow.
80s.
When he did 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
exactly.
And when he did
No, yeah.
Edward Scissorhands.
No, and then like I watch
a
it
good
now
one.
and it's cheesy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah. Big
prosthetics
cheese.
are terrible.
It's so bad.
The new Nightmare on Elm Street, I think it came out in like 2014, maybe
I
2013.
think I saw that one. They
It's pretty
redid
good.
his story though.
Yeah.
Like Freddy's like origin story.
Yeah, he was like a pedophile and then he
Yeah.
got burnt in a building.
Well, I think he was like a pedophile in both, but like I think
Yeah.
they like redid something that it like was weird, and I was just like, I don't know how I feel about that.
I've never...
I don't
yeah.
like change.
Yeah. Don't change the classics.
But that yeah, Nightmare for me.
What about you, Nick?
The Descent.
What's that? I
Dude.
can't remember.
Easily, still to this day, scariest movie ever. That's group of girls go spelunking somewhere in like the East Coast or maybe Northwest Coast, but
Is it spelunking or spurlunking?
they went lunking, and this girl tells them, so it's like one of their birthdays, that they're just going on this cave that has been discovered, but it's not mapped yet. Liar. Turn around. Don't go. So they go to the cave and they get down there, and it was unstable. And so it blocks them in from the backside. So they have to go in and try to find a way out through the other way.
I would literally just shit my pants right there. I am so claustrophobic.
Dude,
Like,
that's some of the scenes too. Like they're pulling themselves through stuff. One of them has a panic attack in the scenes. Like,
I literally cannot do
Dude.
that. I cannot
Dude, that's
do caves.
panic-inducing.
That's
when you
the
try
first-
to pull yourself through something and you're stuck.
oh, that's the
and then
first
you
20 minutes.
hyperventilate
I
and
lied.
it's
I do.
worse.
I lied. I do have nightmares. I have woken up from being like choked to death, or like in a small space confined, or like buried alive, or like stuck underwater. Like claustrophobic is
Yeah.
my nightmares. Like
Dude.
getting trapped. I've been trapped in dreams, and like I just like wake up and my face is stuffed in my pillow because I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, it's just your body telling you to get out.
Earlier, Jordan, before the episode, said that he doesn't get nightmares. So
Yeah.
And I remembered my nightmares try to kill me physically.
yeah, dude, claustrophobia.
But that's the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Oh God.
And then you meet these creatures, and
Oh.
they're like sonar human golem-like creatures. And they are aggressive as hell, but they can't see you unless you move or like make noise.
What? What year was this movie?
Oh, it's early. Like I want to say early 2000s.
I gotta.
I need to see
That
this.
actually
But-
sounds fun to watch.
It sounds stupid, but it's so scary. And then you see their like den, and there's a lot of betrayal and backstabbing, and oh man,
Yeah,
it's just
dude.
an emotional roller coaster.
Scary.
But I saw that at like 10 or 11. It's the first one I've ever walked out of because I was like, I can't finish this.
Oh,
Like too much.
Done.
Yeah.
done,
Nope.
done, done, done. I feel that. My first scary one was Saw, and I was like,
Those movies are wild, dude.
I was probably, I want to say like probably 10, maybe 9 or something at my cousin's birthday like party. So it was like probably 15 other like dudes, like
Yeah.
10-year-olds, and we're all watching it, just screaming, just
Dude, the lady with the pig face, that it always
Yeah.
scared me
I saw
so
Dude,
bad.
Saw
One of the
and Saw
worst
two.
scenes in like I think it was Saw 2 was like when this girl gets picked up and dropped into like the little tub of needles.
And graphics were just starting to get pretty good for gore, like during that time.
Speaking of the gore section, remember Hostel?
Yes.
Dude, those movies were just like unnecessarily graphic.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the point of them, but
I'm not the biggest fan of like just gore.
no, me either.
Because like I want a like story.
Yeah.
You know, I want a story. And if
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like like a
If
lot
you're just chopping
sometime-
people up-
sometimes it's like a good story, but more often than not, in my
It's-
opinion,
yeah.
I think gore movies are just like gore for the sake of gore, and I'm just
Yeah.
like,
It's like
I'm
fetish filming
lost.
almost.
I do
Yeah.
like when there's another story along with it too. Like when if it is gore, like you have to have something, at least like a cop trying to figure out who's doing the killings. You know, like
It's like a Scream or a Halloween.
yeah.
Where there's a ton of gore, but it's very mystery driven.
Yep, exactly. That's I enjoy that more. If there's
We
gonna
just
be
watched
some gore.
Scream 6, and it was actually good. I really liked it. They're super meta now. So, like, in the movie, they're trying to figure out the movie. So, in the universe of Scream, they have a movie series called Stab.
it's their Scream.
It's their Scream. And so they're like, come on, guys, we're 5 movies in now. We need to be able to break this down. And so, like, then they try to figure out what's going to happen and try to make moves based off of what's happened in the past. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's really meta, but it's cool.
All right.
I like it.
We'll give
And
it a
Jenna
try.
Ortega's in it, so I mean that's a plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's cute.
But they're mystery driven, so like the whole time you're
Yeah.
trying to figure out who the killer is, and you know
You're
who's
doing the
doing what.
detective work as well.
Yeah, try to be ahead of them. You never are though.
I'm trying to think of any other ones that just made me completely. Oh, Insidious.
Oh,
Dude,
Bubble.
Insidious. That was like one of like the first like really scary movies for me.
yeah.
That like I watched. Cause like once I like was like a little old, like in teenage years and like watching scary, I was like whatever. But that one was like scary, dude. Like they did
Dude.
so well with like
The eeriness
Well,
factor.
and the like other
the song.
of a universe.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, I have a scary story to tell you along with that.
I have a funny
Okay.
one after.
I was in church. I played guitar growing up, and the guitar pedals, sometimes when you didn't like plug them in all the way, you could pick up a local radio station or whatever. And I would always get the Mexican station with this one pedal. Like I would always get 99.3 La Grande. And
La Grande.
Yes, yes. I would always get that one. It was
I know
crazy.
exactly what
Now,
station
one
you're talking
time,
about, too.
it like popped out barely, but I was in the middle of playing, and like people were just like, we're all warming up, just the worship team, like we're all there. I'm probably like only 16 at this time, and that song starts playing through my aim.
Nope.
And everyone's like looking over at
Get
me,
the
and I'm
holy water.
wow. I like ripping.
power
I
of
ripped out
Christ
the
compels
chords.
you.
I ripped the
Some
chords out, dude,
spritz on
because
it.
everyone like took their ears. It was like, no, we just saw that movie, but like it makes no sense.
Dude,
Like
Wyatt would
it's
just
some
show up.
scary shit, dude. And
No.
I was at church.
No,
It's
it's Insidious.
supposed to be a safe
No.
place.
Insidious was good.
That song ruined. That guy that made that song, too,
Tiny
he's
Tim?
pretty frigged in the head. Why?
Yeah.
Did people actually listen to that? How is he famous?
I think he was just weird. It was like 60s.
Yeah,
So
so
he
he
was
was
just,
just
like, a
so
very
weird that he was
eccentric
famous.
guy. Yeah. Like here, interesting. You're not
He
like
put-
famous. We're just kind of
Didn't
curious.
he put like makeup on and stuff? Like, put
No, he had
Boy
like
George-
long hair and.
I thought he put mascara on
Oh, he might have.
and like a bunch of white lighting stuff on his face.
Is
so it
that
could be really hot.
Marilyn
No,
Manson?
I thought his name's Boy George or something.
Tiny Tim?
Tiny Tim.
Yeah. He was just a creep. He had weird, like even his talking voice.
Like just weird tendencies.
Yeah. Ugh.
He was scary. He was a scary person.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I don't like who Lex Luthor was on the Superman versus Batman or Batman versus Superman.
Oh.
I didn't like who they cast as. I
um,
forgot his name.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like him as Lex. He was like
Nah.
more. He reminded me more of Joker.
Yeah, he would have been a good Joker. He's in the Justice League as well.
Yeah, that just little sidetrack.
Oh,
So
I
it just
got
reminded me
some
like
good ones too. I remember sci-fi horror.
Oh, Alien.
Signs.
Alien, AVP,
Signs.
Predators can
Oh,
kind of be
Predator.
gore on the
Oh,
gore
yeah,
line. They're pretty suspenseful.
Is that more action or is that more?
It's action, but also
Is that
some
horror?
scary. It's not horror.
It's like action thriller.
It's Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, it falls into gore though.
it's the 80s though.
Okay.
That's what.
yeah, it
and
was
then we
scary
watch it
back
now
then.
and we feel like it's
I'm like,
funny.
that's more
but
action.
Back then,
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's an action
there was
movie,
jump
dude.
scenes in there and stuff. I feel like.
Oh, yeah. And that was when they first did like the-
Prometheus.
dude.
Prometheus.
That's a. I wouldn't say that's a horror. That's like a psychological thriller.
Yeah,
And like mystery of David, the freaking robot.
definitely was a thriller.
Yeah, that's.
Jason in the Future. Have you guys seen that one?
Oh my gosh, dude.
No,
when he has
what
the,
is that?
when he has the-
what is
So
that?
Jason,
The
Jason
metal
gets
face.
frozen, and like
They're
it's
on
like
a
the year
space station, right?
21. Yeah, it's like the year 21 something, and they accidentally unfreeze him, and he like
On
just
the
goes
spaceship.
yeah, he just goes.
He just kills everyone. But he's got
Oh
like a
my
metal
goodness.
mask. And
yeah,
like,
dude, it's
it's bad.
It's cheese.
Interesting.
It's
Honestly, all those are kind of the early Jasons are good because it was like the slasher original.
after
but
like three.
Yeah.
3 is usually like the cutoff point. It's either good or bad, and then it's just bad from there.
or Halloween, dude. Stop. I think Jamie
think we're
Lee
up to,
Curtis
like, 8.
finally killed him. For real, for real.
For real.
I mean, the last movie
I didn't
that
know
I
she
saw.
was in those.
That's the girl. She is the
Oh,
OG.
that's
She
her
was
come up?
the. Yeah, that was like her. I think her first biggest that like
Yeah.
had a cult classic following kind
What
of
are
thing.
they up to?
I love
now?
her, dude.
Halloween
She's
like
crazy.
9.
No, it's like 6, I think,
I feel
maybe
like it's
7.
more.
Yeah, they're
They've
6
made
or 7.
so many. Like they just
Yeah,
came
they
out
just
with one
came
like
out
2
with
years
one.
ago, or like
There's
recently.
another one that just came out. Yeah,
Oh my
it's like
God.
6 or 7.
I love how everyone gets
It's a lot.
confused with Mike Myers and Mike Myers.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
Wait,
because
which
I was
Mike Myers?
genuinely confused as a
Have
kid.
you seen Baby Driver?
Yes, and then they all
Yeah.
get in the car with the mask and
He
the
puts
wrong
the
one.
mask on and he's like, "I told you, Mike Myers," and the guy's like, "It is Mike Myers."
Dude, that's so funny.
That's a great movie.
I
too.
was confused too.
Wait, who?
Well, it's like Michael Myers is like the killer.
Yeah.
I think Mike
Yeah.
Myers is like.
Is the
Are you
but
in-
still, yeah.
yeah?
Are you in the closet, Michael Myers?
He's actually been the killer.
That'd be kind of cool.
That it turns out it's him the
It's
whole
it's
time.
just Mike Myers the whole time.
That would be so funny if they made the last movie. Like they decide we're done making it, and
Austin
he just
Powers
Turn it
turned
into a
5.
comedy.
Austin Powers 5 is Halloween's finale.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
What are good recent scary movies that you guys have watched? Like newer ones.
I've been out of the game.
Newer ones.
Have you watched Megan?
Megan's good.
I have not. I saw the commercials though, and it looked
It's
pretty
so
scary.
good,
Dude, it's too real.
It's
That's what
It's
I've heard. I
too real.
wanted to watch it though, and
it's
I tried to convince Bailey and stuff, and she's.
It's
not-
hard when
never.
your significant isn't into them either.
Nope. Yep.
it's basically
mean-
just evil Big Hero 8.
Big Hero 6.
I would love
Big
it.
Hero 6, my
Yeah.
bad.
No,
I
that's
wanna
true.
It's
like
literally
the-
that
Yeah.
movie, but evil.
It's the first like real AI villain.
It looked
It was
awesome though.
so
The
creepy,
graphics looked sick.
Dude, that's practical.
Oh, that's
a
right.
girl
That's
in the-
right.
and like they added the stuff to her
They made it more like glitchy and stuff
Yeah,
with
and-
camera movements
and the just CGI at the
frame
end.
rates
Yeah.
and CGI.
She was weird though. That one threw me off for sure.
I was like,
Ugh.
I was surprised by how good it was.
Yeah. No,
Like,
it,
it was like really, really like on point with
Where we're
AI
headed.
is going.
it felt like a Black Mirror movie.
Yeah, actually,
That's really what it
that's
was.
a
Oh,
really
yeah.
good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a really good way to put it.
Which, by the way, Black
Has
Mirror
some scary
announced.
stuff.
A new season.
Yeah. That's a
New
good
season.
scary show. I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a really unsettling show. Black Mirror. Yeah.
Well, we were season 4
Yeah, it's true.
during COVID, bro.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh gosh.
They're probably like, you guys are going through enough.
Yeah, you're good. No, they actually said that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they paused the release.
Is that why?
Yeah, because they're
Oh my
like
God,
Black
like-
Mirror is
Because we
unsettling.
needed Tiger King.
Yeah, that's what we needed. The old king,
Oh,
Oh,
what's his name
dude.
again? The guy.
Joe
Joe-
Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
we go.
Name's Joe Exotic.
And who was
Carol
his-
Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
Carol
I
Baskin,
can't
you
believe
bitch.
they made a song with like just a reference to it.
Dude,
Dude.
how he made multiple ones. He was paying somebody to write and sing the songs and give them to him, and he would tell them
Dude.
what to write it about. He would say, "Make it about this."
I mean, he had a lot of ambition. We'll give him that.
Oh, dude.
He had
lot of ambition.
A lot.
Yeah,
He
Too
loved
much
what
for his
he
own
saw
good.
what he
Yeah.
wanted and he took it.
that is true.
Dude, I don't know how. Oh,
He's
jeez.
gross, dude.
Gross.
Dude.
It's a snake.
You saw Smile, right?
Yeah.
Smile was
one's-
good.
So graphics are a little
They're
bad,
cheese,
but the story, dude, is
the whole
so
premise is
good.
insane. Catches you so off guard at the end.
Like even the beginning, dude, like they got you within the first 3 minutes. Like
Yeah.
that initial scene,
It's a hook.
you're just like, oh, what
This
is
is
going
bad.
on?
This is really bad.
Yeah, dude, it was. Oh my god.
Oh, an AI thriller kind of horror. What's the one with the guy that he goes to the property to go try it out and meets the girl that's half
Oh,
robot?
Ex Machina.
Yes.
That's my favorite sci-fi.
Yes.
Dude.
That's a
It's a
sci-fi
sci-fi thriller, I
Yeah.
guess, but I mean,
Oh, I thought it
Oscar
was
still
Isaacs
some
and
scary
I keep
stuff in
seeing
there.
that on like a streaming
Yeah.
service.
You
and I'm
should
like,
watch it.
I forgot what happens.
That's
in
up
the
there
end.
with Blade Runner for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's A24.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude.
Okay.
Spoil.
Unbeatable.
Never mind. Don't spoil it.
No,
Have you
don't.
seen it,
Mm-mm.
bro? You will get sucked in and watch the whole thing. And the lighting looks like this, and the neon.
It looks
it's
like
really
okay.
sick.
Blade
Yeah,
Runner
yeah.
though.
Blade
like the way
Runner.
that
Oh,
it's
like,
shot.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful, dude.
Beautifully
it's Alex
shot.
Garland. That's the director.
Okay.
He's done a few things, but mainly stuff like this.
I'll watch it.
It's
Okay.
good.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, I
if you
keep
wanna
like
watch a good
scrolling
movie.
past it. I'm just like, what is that?
A24.
I didn't realize it was like a thriller.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's really unsettling, and it makes you think a lot about where we're heading in the
AI.
future and the AI. But it came out in like 2016, so it's way ahead of its.
Would you consider 2021: A Space Odyssey a psychological thriller?
I would almost. I mean, that's a pretty horrific thing that they went through.
Like
They were
like at
trapped
the
by
very
AI.
End, yeah, the very end is just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, that can be
haven't seen that
classified as
one.
that.
I'd watch it.
2001: Space Odyssey.
Like the old.
Yeah, the one that came out in the 60s.
Oh, I just don't think I've ever made it to the end. I think I fall asleep.
It's a long movie for
yeah.
sure.
It's good though. It's really really good.
It's 100% practical too.
That's
crazy.
what I thought was
100%.
insane.
Yeah.
was that they did everything practical.
It's in the 60s.
Yeah, dude. It's
So
they
crazy.
got so creative.
That's Kubrick, dude. You know the scene where they're walking
Mm-hmm.
in the
Where he's
rolly
like
thing?
training.
Yeah, it's just a big ass hamster
Yeah,
wheel.
that's. I mean, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's just a huge ass hamster wheel, and all the furniture
I mean,
is
like
just nailed
with
to
the
the
way
ground.
he's running, you can tell that it's like a curved.
Yeah,
Like yeah.
it's really good. All the ships are. It's where like Star Wars got inspired by the
for
space
63,
scenes and
dude, like they were way ahead of their time.
Kubrick always
I'm
was.
gonna have to visit it back.
It's really
It's
good.
do it in the daytime. You got to get through it. It's
yeah, do it in the daytime. I need to.
Speaking of recent horror films, A24 is on fire. X. I told you guys about this a couple weeks ago on one of the episodes.
What's that?
It's the one where it's pretty sexualized, but it's where they like go out and film at this guy's farm, and the old lady is like obsessed with her appearance, and she's like jealous of the two girls that are staying at the cabin.
Oh, okay. I think I remember you
Yeah,
mentioning that.
it's an
Scary.
A24 film, but Kid Cudi's in it. Jenna
Oh,
Ortega.
yeah. Okay, I remember we were talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a great one.
What is it on?
I think HBO. I could
It's
be
Max
mistaken.
now. Sorry, sir.
Oh, sorry.
HBO Max.
Whatever.
Why?
Who cares? It's a freaking streaming service. They are the best, I will say. But
Yeah, they are. I was mad they made me re-sign into my stuff. I'm like, what?
wait, just because you refreshed your
Yeah,
logo?
no, like
Whoa.
literally. And like I think like
Max.
on iOS there's two separate apps now. There's HBO and Max.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Why?
dude, I don't know. This is the weirdest launch for like a rebranding that I've experienced. It
They
was
got
really
lost.
really weird.
I feel like Apple TV's got some pretty good stuff now too.
Dude, Cherry. I would consider that a horror. It's definitely like a horror drama. It's with Tom Holland.
Oh yeah, I couldn't finish.
Oh.
I got so sick inside my stomach I could never
Dude.
I couldn't finish it
It's
because it
what is it
really
called?
upsetting. Cherry.
Cherry?
Yeah, it's
He,
about how somebody just ruins their life, right? Like I don't know, like
It
you
was
get
the
the
early
beginning of the end.
2000s, like the Afghan kind of thing.
Okay.
Or Iraq. I don't remember which exact spot we were in.
Yeah.
But it's basically like a 18-year-old that gets out of school, 19-year-old, and
I don't
just kind
remember
of
thinking
keeps
about it.
making mistakes. And then at that time, we needed soldiers. So he joins the military and goes to Afghan and Iraq, and it just really changes him as a person. And then it's kind of like a Romeo and
Drugs.
Juliet, where like they aren't communicating in what they're doing, so they do opposites, and so it just causes more problems. It's really
It's,
it's
super
sad.
sad.
but it's a lot of people's stories in that
I mean,
era.
I was like, it sounds like life.
Yeah. Well, it's just those like 2005 to 2010.
That's why it's so scary. It's like,
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to feel good when I want to watch a movie, so I
Yeah.
don't suggest that one if you want to feel good.
No,
have
no.
you guys ever watched? It's called The Platform.
Yes.
I think it's actually one of my favorite like
Dude,
psychological
so
thrillers.
creative.
So like I watched it in Spanish because
Oh,
it was like
that's dope.
it was filmed in Spanish.
That's so dope.
That's sick.
Oh yeah, I
and
guess
it
watched
makes
it.
so much more sense.
Oh,
like
okay.
like the subtitles, like in translation, you lose a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely
um,
is not a great.
And that's one thing I hate about like subtitles.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's not translated correctly.
Remember
but-
Squid Games when it came
I
out,
was
and
just
how
gonna
bad
say
the
Squid Games.
subtitles
But
were?
dude, it's one of my favorite movies actually.
It's really
It's
good.
really,
love
really
Squid Games,
interesting.
though.
Like, not to give too much away, but they're basically in jail where it's like a tower essentially, and it's 2 people per floor.
There's like
Oh,
150 floors.
I've wanted to
There's
watch
like over
this.
200.
Oh.
Oh wait, I shouldn't spoil anything.
And
No, it's
some of the
okay.
floors. And
Yeah, so basically the platform
food.
starts at the first
Yes.
floor, and they get
And
like
then
a
you gotta-
feast, right? Like
Yeah.
every
Yep.
single day they
Mm-hmm.
make all this like extravagant, like delicious food, and you get like 5 or 10 minutes where the platform is on your floor, and then it lowers,
Yeah.
and everyone is supposed to get fed, but like
Every 3 months you get switched floors too.
yeah,
And doesn't you can go on the
you
platform?
can go up and like after I think it's every month. It's every month.
Oh, every
Month, like you get switched, so you could have a new partner.
But could
you
you
have a
fight
new
people
floor.
like on the platform, right? Like you can get on it
You
and
can
go
get
up.
up. Yeah, you can't go up. It only goes down.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah,
But
never
then,
see
but
it.
then when you're sleeping, it like shoots up so that no one has the chance to like get on.
catch it.
Oh yeah.
So like during that month, like depending on what floor you're on, you could be starving. You could be like good.
Yeah, he starts on like 30.
Yeah, he
right?
starts like at a decent spot, but then
Yeah.
he goes like up, and then he goes.
He's up at
down,
like 8, and then he goes way
dude,
down.
It's so crazy because like it's like
Yeah, I mean it gets into
What do you
starving.
do when you're that low?
you're in that panic of like, dude, it's wild.
Yeah.
And what
So much
his
happens.
roommate does is,
Well, all of his roommates.
yeah, they're all pieces.
Not to give anything away, like everyone. I mean, it's everyone out for themselves in a jail.
yeah, on an
it's-
open floor.
If you haven't watched that, it's on Netflix. It's one
really
of my
good.
favorite like thrillers like that, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's crazy. I've been looking for that film. Now I know.
Yeah, the
The
platform.
platform.
The platform.
Have you guys seen Midsommar?
Mm-mm. Like I've seen, like I've heard of it.
So it's this new director. He's got he has another one coming out this year. I can't remember his name, but he has a genre now, and it's called trauma dumping.
Oh, okay.
That's
Trauma dumping.
Yeah, it's called trauma dumping. So like the character goes through this insane thing at the beginning, and then the rest of it is like them dealing
healing
with the trauma
or whatever.
Yeah,
Like-
but Midsommar, A24 again.
Like,
It's beautiful, dude. Like it has that like creamy like
Glow.
yeah, dude. They had to have had like on camera effects when they were doing it because it's
like a little
like
maybe.
like an ND or something to
Mhm.
create the effect. But this girl, I'll just tell you the intro. Her entire family gets killed by the youngest daughter, and the way that she does it is runs hoses up to their rooms from the car.
oh,
Yeah, that's how the movie starts.
oh my god.
And
Wait,
then
so
you
her little sister does this to
yeah,
her family.
and then she's off at college, and then
Oh
you
my
meet
God.
the main character.
Which is her sister.
The main character is the one we follow through the rest.
But
Oh,
she's like off at college, and
Yeah.
her sister's at home, like doing that.
Yeah.
That's
Well, it's already been done.
Well-
They just show you the aftermath.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Does the little sister survive, or is she also?
Wait, what's this called
No.
again?
Midsommar.
Okay, I want to watch it.
So
Yeah, that
it is
sounds-
super unsettling, and it goes somewhere you will never expect. So basically, after that, her boyfriend and their friend group are like, "Hey, we're gonna go with our foreign exchange student back to like some northern European country, and we're gonna stay with his old tribe." And it's like an Amish group up in like northern Europe, and then it just goes from there.
Jeez.
But it's like, I mean, think like colonial horror. It's
It reminds me of is it The Village?
oh yeah, that's M. Night Shyamalan
Yeah,
with the
Village.
porcupine villains.
Yeah,
He's
Joaquin Phoenix.
yeah, that's
Joaquin.
right. Joaquin's in that one. I think I remember my favorite horror film of all time, The Witch, by A24.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's with Anya Taylor-Joy. Dude, it's basically I think they say the year's like 1600 or 1700, and it's a family moving west.
Okay.
But it's through the perspective of them.
Oh.
Like not, like Wise Tales, how they talk about witches and like they live in the woods.
Salem
and
Witch.
and they like capture babies and they do all this crazy stuff. It's like their perspective of it. But it's so realistic.
Jeez.
It is so good, dude. And it's spelt the VVITCH.
Wait, it's about the witches or from the perspective of the family?
A perspective of a family
Okay,
traveling
yeah.
west in
Yeah.
America. Like, I'm talking the old buckle hat
Mm.
style. Like, that's how far back it was. It's good.
Like, welcome to America, pilgrims.
Yeah. I'm John Wayne.
I'm John
Pilgrims. No, it's actually not that scary because it kind of keeps you. It's more of like an edgier seat.
Okay.
It messes with you mentally. It's
People
kind of weird.
in the Salem witch trials and stuff, we just weren't very smart as humans back then. We would tie them to the chair, and then they would drop them in a lake. And if they floated, they were a witch. But if they drowned and died,
And
they weren't one.
It seems
But they
legit.
died.
almost always.
Died.
They
Every
almost
time they
always
died.
died.
She's a witch.
100%
Ah,
of the
she's a
time,
witch killer.
every time.
She's
No, but, like,
floating.
you know what's wild to think about is like witches were probably just people that like
We're smarter than
were
others?
smarter because I was like
Oh, they
I-
had
I've-
cats to clean up, and they made cats
I think,
illegal back then.
Yeah, so like
They were more
I
in
don't know
touch.
if I've talked to people
Yeah.
about this. I don't know if I've talked to you
I
guys
don't know.
about it, but like I've read into it, and basically witches, quote unquote,
Were medicinal.
were medicinal
like,
people that were like aware
into-
of how cleaning kept you healthier.
Yeah.
And
If
the
you
land,
had
eating
cats,
off
if
the
you had cats to
land,
fight off
cats.
mice,
Yep. You
Yeah.
didn't get the
You-
plague.
yeah, and
The black plague
when,
that
when
was
they
going
outlawed
around.
cats, I think that's the big reason why the
Yep.
Black Plague happened.
So quickly, too.
Because they would kill cats. They would like basically just kill them off.
That's just mean. I mean, rats are one thing, but
Cats,
cognitive.
dude,
yeah.
I consider like
They're
cognitive
very smart.
animals. Yeah.
They're very, very smart. But yeah, I mean that's like what
That's
witches
such-
were. We're just
yeah.
like like people that were aware
Or
of
herbal,
hygiene.
yeah.
The brooms were them sweeping.
Yeah.
And
That's where, like,
herbal, like
in herbal medicinal, yeah.
herbal medicinal, not like what the whole city was doing
Yeah.
for it. You know, it was
Drinking
I mean,
tea
so it was like-
instead of.
Yeah,
When back then, when you had to like boil some remedy,
yeah.
Well, you're making mass batches for
Yeah.
the whole city.
Yeah.
You got to use your cauldron. It's freaking the most space.
But
That's
I felt like
wild.
also back then it was so tense that you could just call somebody you didn't like a witch and convince everyone
That's
else
what,
that they
was,
were a witch, like too.
what movie is that? I mean, it was like a play, I think.
I think I know what the movie. I think there is
It's
a
like
movie.
a book or a play, and basically that's what happens. Where like this girl falls in love with this guy who's married.
Oh,
and,
yep,
yep. Like she basically like starts saying that the wife is like possessed and that she's like a witch, and then like the whole town's like, oh my god, we need to like kill her.
Yeah.
wow, I've never heard of that.
I remember there was a character, Tituba or something like that,
Mhm.
who was like the Jamaican like voodoo
Oh,
character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
Gosh, it would have been a strange time to be alive. I don't even
dude,
know.
it
if-
would have
I mean,
sucked
like
to be alive back then.
Our
Well, like-
country was idiotic for
Everything
how
kills
far
you,
in
bro.
history. Yeah.
And then the printing
get a
press.
cold,
Think about
done.
this: whoever owns the press can print whatever they would want back
Yeah.
then,
Yeah,
and then
dude.
everyone believed it.
no laws.
If you didn't like that guy over on town, you can print some
That's
stuff.
the
Dude, just
newspapers
put
like
a
the
warrant
internet.
out for
It
him.
is. What?
Just put a warrant out.
Oh yeah, you can put it on the paper.
I mean, dude, you
but-
can't lie on the internet. Same with
Yeah.
newspapers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We all know it's all true.
We all know, dude.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to MySpace days.
Dude, MySpace was
Unbeatable.
It was the best because
I
if you
think
knew
if-
what you were doing, you could make your page sick.
dude. We were all like low key coders.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the beginning of
Wait, what's
coding
the term
for me.
for people that like just know how to? We've mentioned
Oh,
Is
this.
it
before.
scrappers?
No, scratchers.
Scratchers,
Is
something
that-
like that.
Yeah.
Something like
Something
that.
along those lines.
Jack mentioned it.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you guys were just scratchers or whatever."
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't fully code, but we could
Yeah.
HTML.
Yeah.
There's people that can read code or like watch the tutorial and code it in, and you can do that all day. But there's people that also
Write
invent
code.
Well,
which
yeah,
it
it's
makes
like-
no sense.
That-
How are
that's
you
how you
inventing
described it. I think it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if you can
Copy
recreate
paste.
it, you're
Yeah.
a scratcher. But if you can write
Yeah.
what is writing it out,
You're
then
an
you're
actual
a code. Yeah.
coder.
Yeah, which is just insane. Like, how do you just see those codes and make
I
stuff?
have no clue.
I mean, the Matrix. All I see is
Dude.
a blonde redhead.
Yeah.
Speaking of the codes in the Matrix, I read a thing that it's actually sushi recipes just
Is it?
going down. Yeah.
What?
It's just all sushi recipes going down on the screen in Japanese.
I need someone who
Yeah.
knows Japanese katakana. There's like 3 different languages in Japanese, actually.
Yeah,
There's katakana, kanji, and like a third one.
you're the expert on that. I have no
I
clue.
love The
no
Matrix.
expert.
Watching them when I was younger.
Dude, they
Oh,
were so good.
They're so good.
They were kind of
I'll
scary
still
when I
watch
was
them.
young.
I mean, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
We mentioned that before. That
Where
it
it's
was
just
like,
like,
it was kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like the skeletons.
it's just
were,
unsettling.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Who's the black guy's name again?
Morpheus.
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 I loved
Yeah,
him, dude. He was awesome. The thing they put in the back of their heads when they're partying.
Yeah. That's their plug, dude.
Oh,
Plug to
yeah.
the mind.
Not
So
everyone
crazy.
had it though.
Yeah, it's true.
I think it was
Well,
Tank and.
that's
like
'cause they
another
were
dude. Yeah,
born in Zion.
Yeah.
It took me forever to understand that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
that's-
here,
Growing
dude.
up,
It took me a couple watches because like I
Yeah.
watched it like when I was like
Came
9
out
or
in
10.
'99.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like 9 or 10 when I first watched it.
And you're
I
just
was
like,
this
the
is
action
cool.
is
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, this is
Well,
dope.
dude, the
I don't
iconic
get
thing was just like
anything,
the
Yeah.
Yeah,
like do the
Get-
Matrix.
Getting the rolling chair, and you're like,
The trick is you bend your knees in, and then you put your ankles out like that, and then you can lean way farther back.
I feel like
want
you
to try
practice
this.
this extensively, Jordan.
I was homeschooled.
had a lot of free time.
Practiced every day.
I had a scary movie, but I can't remember now.
There's one I watched recently. It was about like the forest in Japan, I think.
I don't.
Do you-
that stuff's scary. Like
you heard-
Aztec and like the Japanese stuff, like the cultural horror
Yeah.
scares the shit out
It's
of
like
me.
real.
It's dude, it's all that energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
and they have a strong belief in that. Like,
I think I've talked to you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
about this, how like when I went to Mexico, there's like just like this energy, dude,
Yeah.
of like I mean,
can
there's
feel
been
it.
there's been mass killings all around the world, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can feel it sometimes, I feel.
it's heavy.
Like Mexico's heavy
Japanese-
with like supernatural energy, dude.
I
It's
believe it.
wild.
People don't move into apartment buildings if people have died there, or like rooms and houses.
Oh,
So
houses, dude. That's
they'll
why,
go
like,
for like half, less than half if people put
someone's
up with
died.
it.
yeah, because I think
someone's
like you
died
have to
there.
like you have to tell people like if
Yeah.
they're like buying
Uh-huh.
that like stuff like that's happened.
Yeah,
And-
dude. What if? I mean, that's how every horror movie starts. Is no one says anything about the death being there, and then there's a ghost. Or, like,
I mean, Sinister. Like all the
Yeah.
families moved to each other's houses.
oh, but
and-
he knew. The dad knew,
Yeah, the dad knew, but like not
No
the
one else
family
knew.
themselves. They were just like,
dude. Speaking of that kind of style of horror, did you guys ever watch Hill House, the
Uh-uh.
Netflix series? Dude, Haunting of Hill House, and there's one other one. It's 2 like single season series. I think they're 8 episodes long. They're about an hour long, but they're mystery.
okay,
And this group has been using the same set of actors for every single season, but it's like different families or different stories. So one of the stories is Lady of the Lake.
okay.
Creepy, dude. But it's like
Oh,
Netflix
I get it,
creepy,
I
you know?
get
It's
it.
kind of shiny. So it's not
Okay, yeah.
it feels more like Haunted Mansion. But the story is so good that you get really thrown off by it. So and the jump scares, dude. Oh my gosh.
Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah, The Haunting of Hill House, and then there's one other one. If you pull
Well, it's
that up, it'll
like it sounds like American Horror Story where they kind of like have the same
Yep.
actors do like
Yeah.
different.
But it's like very specific in the
Mhm.
story. It's not like
Yeah.
a big ensemble cast. It's
The Nun.
nope.
Oh,
I
Dude,
refuse.
I crapped my pants. I think that's the last
like-
scariest that retired
it's like
me.
all that universe, like The Conjuring,
Yeah.
The Nun, like
That's
all
Jeremy
those.
Lin.
And
Yeah.
I believe I
He's got
made
pretty
Bailey
cool-
tried to make her watch it, which was mainly just like this the whole time underneath her blanket. Like,
Annabelle.
she didn't watch a thing.
Yeah, Annabelle.
Yes,
those.
yes,
Um,
I've seen those too. Uh-huh.
Yeah, dude, all those are.
Those ones.
So like
just-
they were supposed to be based on like true events, right?
Yes.
I think it recent like, and I might be wrong. I think I saw something that recently like they came out and said that it was like all lies, like that they was just like exaggerations and.
I mean, it has to be
I don't care.
exaggerated.
It's real.
Oh, that
No,
dude,
it's
It's
that,
out there.
That plane is out there.
I watched
for
it
sure.
already. It's real.
Yeah, it's all real.
out there.
Real
Dude,
footage.
that stuff
No, but
is scary.
Lady of the Lake. That reminds me of Courage of the Cowardly Dog. Did you guys ever watch that
Yeah.
growing up?
Oh,
that was
I
a
love.
creepy show.
I
That's
would
it.
get a little scared, but
Dude,
also I just love that
there
show.
was like
Yeah, it was just
the
weird.
zombie director episode was like way creepier than it needed to be. If you guys ever saw that episode,
I don't remember. It's been a long
oh,
time.
dude, that show was just creepy in and of its own.
It's just like a horror acid trip, is what it is.
I love that show.
Dude, I bet you all those writers were like,
Oh yeah.
oh, dude, 'cause, like, during that era of like shows, you had like Courage, you had Cow and Chicken, Invader
Cat
Zim,
Dog.
Cat Dog. Like it was just like
Mandy
wild
and
stuff,
Death.
dude. You know they were tripping.
Oh yeah.
You know
They
were
had
like,
to be
Remember
they were on
Mandy
Mad
and
Journey.
Death?
Monster.
Oh,
the scary
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yes,
Yes.
that was a good one.
Nickelodeon
That was-
had
yeah.
Monsters. That was
Yeah.
even before that. That
Yeah.
guy that helps
With
his
the hand-
eyeballs.
with the eyeballs, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
they were all on something, dude.
They had to be.
They
Mad
still are.
Journey.
They still
Yeah.
are. Do you know there's a section on Netflix called Way Out There? Like,
No.
and it's all the way out there stuff. If you guys haven't
No,
watched
I'm gonna check that out.
Midnight Gospel,
Oh, that's a great show,
Dude.
I cried.
we had to only watch one episode at a time because it's so heavy.
Dude.
Like,
What's it about?
this
Ed
kid,
Life.
yeah, he has so basically he has like an interdimensional podcast, and
You know
He
he
can-
interviewed all these people. They just animated it to it.
yeah,
I love that.
it's actually like a legit
It's
interview.
it's like a podcast
Yeah.
thing.
and then
and-
they animated the show to it.
They stole my idea.
But yeah, they heard us.
That's great.
No, but what's crazy is every time they're interviewing or in the story, they're going through like some crazy fight or like scene that the person's going through, but he's VR. So he's somewhere on his ship in the butthole VR. Remember that? Yeah, he puts his face in this butt and it goes into the VR, and then he can choose like his avatar, and then he's just
Interesting.
there with them.
Yeah, so he like loads himself into like these like just random planets.
Yeah.
And then he like meets people and then like he interviews them and they talk about just like different things of life. Like I think episode 1 is like about drugs.
One of
And-
them, the skeleton one where he rides the horse with her the whole time, is love. I know
Yeah.
that.
The last one, dude, makes you cry. Like I watched it with like friends. Like we started like we randomly like watched it.
Yeah.
And like everyone watched it separately, but when we talked about it, like the last episode, everyone cries because it's about his mom.
Oh, man.
It's such a good show, dude.
Yeah. It's really well written.
It's so yeah,
Check
it's
it
so
out.
good.
Yeah.
And what's it on?
Midnight Gospel on Netflix.
Netflix.
Netflix,
Yeah,
okay.
it's an animated show. You can only take so many episodes at a
Well,
time.
if it has real people in it, it's got to have
And
real
it's-
emotion.
yeah, it's like this-
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's real interviews,
This
that's
pink,
yeah,
gotta be
it's
really
pink
good.
dude with like purple hair. That's
Oh, that sounds
that's
good.
like the character
Yeah.
that
It's
they
like
drew
Rick
him
and
as.
Morty, but different.
Yeah, it's like that same style of like art,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's so good, dude.
Yeah, it's a really
It's a
good one.
great show.
Oh, I'll check it out.
Any last horror? I tried to remember what I was thinking of, but I can't remember.
There was one. It was
What's the worst horror movies you guys have watched? Like the
Spawn.
cheesiest. Oh, Spawn.
Spawn.
You know he's Marvel.
Yeah. Oh, duh, I know he's.
oh
Marvel.
the tire that kills people.
Oh,
that's
It's actually
scary
funny, though,
yeah.
dude. It's kind
One
of funny.
One thing I never watched that like teeth.
Dude,
I've never watched it. I don't think
messed
I ever
up.
will.
Don't. This girl's downstairs has a mouth and like teeth.
And she chomps
Yeah.
people.
Well, okay, but he was overstepping
Yeah,
what
no,
she
for
had
sure.
agreed upon.
But it
and-
was like it's why would you write that?
Yeah.
Like
'Cause
it was
why
when
would
I
you
heard
write
about it,
that?
I was
Yeah.
like in middle school,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm not watching that.
I mean, it scared us. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off for a while. Do they actually have teeth? Like,
Is that real? In
Man,
health
that
class,
sounds-
you're just like, man,
that sounds
that's not
dangerous.
accurate. Sharknado.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Zombie
like
stuff.
snakes
gets
on a
pretty
plane.
cheesy.
The
We didn't talk
cheesiest.
any zombie. Let's talk zombie for a second.
Yo, that's
World War
actually-
Z.
World War Z, I think, is one of the
Best
best.
zombie.
Um,
Easily. And
Last
Brad
of
Pitt.
Us is a show.
That's
a good
It's not a
one, too.
movie, but I
Fire.
think that's one of like the better
The
zombie.
Brad Pitt
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
The Brad Pitts. I Am Legend.
I Am
That
Legend.
one,
that's
Oh,
great.
I think those are like
pretty
probably like
scary
the
good.
best ones.
It's a bummer
World
the
War Z
graphics
and-
didn't hold up.
For what?
I Am Legend.
Oh.
Helena and I watched it probably like a month or two ago, and we were just kind of like.
I haven't watched it in a couple years.
gotta
so
see
I
that.
think I should watch it.
And
again, see
owning a
it.
German Shepherd, dude, that was one of the saddest.
that hits
scenes
home for
ever.
you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
Man, I could
Oh.
never.
That movie has an alternate ending. That was
Yeah.
an
Oh, that's
interesting
right. Yeah.
thing of that era. Is like, do you want to watch it like this or like that?
Do you
And
hear
like,
what they're doing?
Huh?
They're making a second one with Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan based off the alternate ending.
Yeah.
So it'll be better.
Well, Will
Dawn
Smith's
of the
come back.
Dead, I
He
think, is
Yeah.
one of the
slaps
first
Michael B.
ones I
Jordan at
watched.
the end.
Zack
that one was
Schneider,
good.
dude. So Dawn of the Dead is one of Zack Schneider's first. Oh gosh,
Shaun
who-
of the Dead.
Yeah, that's a great one. Oh, who freaking wrote this with him? Oh, James Gunn.
Oh, really?
Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad, all those movies. James Gunn. He wrote Dawn of the Dead with Zack Schneider.
No way.
I was mind blown the other night.
That's wild. I
Yeah.
never would have guessed.
Which is great news because it means they're friends for DC.
That's
Bring
awesome.
Zack back. Like,
We need the Snyderverse.
yes, we do. But Dawn of the Dead, there's a rumor. Well, not a rumor. It's like a theory that it's a prequel to Army
Oh.
of the Dead.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they cleaned up the zombie thing, got the world, and then the one that they kept.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I remember. What's the one about the Nazi zombie? Yeah.
Dude, that's actually so good. That's
It's-
J.J. Abrams.
yeah.
It's
It was
frick.
like
Helena and
blowing
I
up
just watched it the other night.
Nazi zombies and stuff.
Killing some
I
zombies.
thought it's literally called like
No,
Nazis.
it's
Nazi zombies.
yeah.
frick.
That's a Call of Duty.
It is. It's fun.
Yo, actually, like the storyline with Nazi zombie or like just zombies in
Oh,
general
yeah.
for like Call of Duty is actually kind of cool.
I play it sometimes. I
What
just
the
like
heck
I
is
like getting
You've
real
been
people.
in the joint too long. You turn into a pussy.
Overlord.
Overlord.
That's what it's
Yeah.
called.
Overlord. I haven't seen that.
Dude, so the movie starts off with like a World War One. It's World War One, I think.
Well, Nazis are
No,
from
it's World War
II.
Two. World War Two.
Yeah.
It's you start in a plane with all the paratroopers, and then I mean, you know, it happened over France. Like it was just not a great night for everyone. But they get shot down, and then they're trapped in this town that's run by Nazis, and they have to go into this place to get the tower broken down so that they can break communication to get information out. When they get there, they find Nazi testing on superhumans,
Oh.
which was actually sort of a
Like,
thing
yeah.
back then.
Mm-hmm.
And turns out it's like a zombie thing. And there's a scene where this guy dies and he gets back up. His name is actually Nick, and he's a photographer.
Sick.
But he gets picked back up, and his neck was broken, so he's like conscious. But he's like, dude, it's a crazy movie. It's
Okay.
really, really
Overlord?
good. Yeah, highly, highly recommend that.
Okay.
It's a good watch.
Vampires. Good vampires.
I was gonna say that there's really not a whole
I
lot
know.
of good. I mean,
They filled a lot of
Twilight,
cheese.
bro.
dude,
Come on,
say it
out loud.
Say it out loud.
Dracula,
Which
Untold.
one? I like that one
That's
actually.
that one's really
I
cool.
like
It's
I like what they did with the story.
cool
where he
depiction.
had to like
for
turn.
all of his country, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
And that main actor,
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing. I love that movie,
Hugh Jackman was great.
dude. And it was pretty good graphics.
No,
like,
yeah, it was-
and I think it was the coolest version of werewolves.
Yeah,
like, look wise.
they looked dope. I like how they tied in the story of like it had to
All
be
of 'em.
vampires versus werewolves. like, yeah.
Frankenstein,
Oh, and
vampires,
Frankenstein's
werewolves.
too, yeah.
Speaking of that realm, there's a new one that just came out with the redhead off of It.
Oh.
It's called Gretel and Hansel.
Okay.
Really good.
Yeah, it was pretty scary too.
It's
So-
it's pretty unsettling.
Is that
There's
the
like
one
dark
with the
magic.
clown? Or
It
what's-
is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Georgie?
Yeah.
It.
It is freaky, dude.
I don't like that
If
it's
you don't like clowns.
I don't. It's an alien.
The
It.
It?
Yeah. I don't like that.
Is that what it came?
Yeah. That's what it is. It's basically an alien.
It's just a sewer alien. The second one of the newest is absurd.
I haven't seen it.
The end scene is absolutely
it's-
absurd. It's wild. I don't recommend it.
That was like the one thing I didn't like about it.
Oh
Was
yeah,
just
they
like,
Yeah.
came back as like adults and stuff.
Yeah.
That's right. I
Well, that
did see
happens in the
that.
book.
Yep.
So they come back and
Well,
they
like,
go kill it.
I didn't watch the original It, but like it's the whole.
Do you know
two
who
parts,
the
right?
original It is?
It's
It's that guy that is in everything we were talking about.
yes.
Nigel Thornberry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the OG It.
The OG one. And
Yeah.
it's funny though, the new one's a guy that's also Elvis.
No,
Right?
that's Skarsgård. Elvis is Austin Butler.
Yeah, I
this
thought
one
Austin
is
Butler.
Skarsgård.
Oh, they look similar then, right?
Yeah, they're northern Norwegian
Yeah.
men. Like it's
both Norwegian.
short. You know, they
Yeah.
got the short, white, pale skin, blue eyes, and flowy hair.
It'd be such a fun character to play.
It would be creepy clown.
No other vampire movies that come to mind.
No,
No.
no.
Actually,
Blade.
that's action, dude.
Yeah, that's pure
Yeah.
action.
No. Interview with a Vampire.
Oh,
Actually, that's
have you
pretty
seen
good.
that?
Uh-uh.
You need
it's
to watch
not
that.
super scary. It's
No.
more.
It's a story-driven.
Yeah, but it's pretty good.
It's Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and Kirsten Dunst as like an 8-year-old. Really good.
Haven't seen it.
Tom Cruise is
Yeah, it's pretty
hilarious,
good.
dude. His laugh. I'm not even gonna do it. It's so bad.
Oh,
Do it.
Do it. No,
No,
it's really loud.
it's a pretty good movie though.
Last topic. We're skipping vampires. They suck.
yeah, they do.
Mummies.
Jordan Peele.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How have we not talked about Jordan Peele?
Out.
Changed-
Get
was-
Out,
Get out.
Us,
Uh,
and Nope.
Us. I haven't seen Nope, but Us was pretty good too.
Dude, I was
that
actually.
one was wild too.
So
I'm just
good.
like, yo.
It's sad.
They all have deeper meanings than you can think of too. Like
Well, it's kind of perspective based
Yeah.
too. Like, what do you relate
Oh,
to?
his perspective, he brings the audience into his films. That's like,
Yeah.
I love his camera movement ideas and
Oh,
parallel.
man.
And I think
he
told me with
uses it
Nope,
all.
They
Yeah.
shot all in
Parallax.
daylight, right?
Day for night.
Yeah.
I actually saw that there was a few scenes done at night, but it was mostly the exterior stuff, which is pretty cool.
It's just genius. Save money.
What I-
Student pay.
I really love about him too is like he'll bring a political or like a problem idea to the film, and you don't even realize. I mean, Get Out is pretty apparent, but he did it so well that like I was, as a white person, I don't see it as like getting punched in the face with this information. It's like, whoa, that's really
Yeah.
like it touches you in a different way. Like kind of brings a perspective to you. It's really weird. Us was just sad.
Us was
I would put Nope in top 3 alien movies, no question.
really.
Yeah.
I need to watch that.
I like that his names of all his movies too is just so simple. Like Us, Nope.
You know,
Like-
Nope is based off of, this is an interview I saw with the main actor and Jordan Peele, and he's like, we named it this because, like, what is one thing every black person will do when they walk up and see something they don't want to do? It's like, nope,
Yep.
and they walk
Yeah.
away. So, like, that's kind of where he
That's
got
okay.
that.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. It's like, nope.
Did he explain what it's about?
The movie?
No. Yeah. What's the main sense? Like, break it down real quick of Nope. Like, what do you think it is?
Well, I mean,
It's so hard to make sense of. Like,
it's like overcoming, it's like I don't know, there's a couple different things, but I don't think there's one meaning of it. I think there's a meaning per character.
okay.
So, like, Ewan, I cannot remember his first name right now. The Asian guy.
I know.
Glenn.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about. Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn.
It
off
did give
Walking
us
Dead.
his perspective of being a kid,
Yeah.
seeing and then meeting that monkey.
And the parallel is actually exactly what's happening per story.
yeah.
And the shoe balancing represents the alien. You
Mhm.
remember that when the 90s sitcom and the monkey's calming down and then the shoes just
Oh,
balanced?
like they were there watching.
An anomaly.
Okay.
So that's how that ties. So Glenn's character is like, he thinks he's overcoming his fear and tries to interact with the alien. Like, you can't tame a
okay.
wild beast kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the monkey and the alien.
But he did in that scene when it pounded him, fist bumped him underneath a table.
Yeah, I mean, and then it got
So-
shot 10 times.
Maybe
But-
he felt like he could tame.
The big one.
Yeah.
And then the black guy, the main character, he is the horse tamer, the trainer.
Uh-huh.
But he's never had full control of the horses.
Uh-huh.
So, like, he, throughout the movie, is the kind of guide for the alien, but not necessarily in control. And then the sister is just she's chaotic. But Keke Palmer, dude, killed it. Remember her on Disney?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Big comeback. for
Aquila
her.
and the Bee.
Yes, yes, dude. But Jordan Peele, he is masterful with everything he does. It's brilliant.
Yeah. No, he's
Yeah,
really.
it's crazy. He came from comedy, like Jordan and
Jordan and-
Key
or
and,
Key and
Peele,
Peele, yeah.
like, dude,
All their skits were so funny.
all their skits,
Dude.
and they're all so believable and funny.
Slap
Like,
ass.
it's okay, guys. You can bend over. You can pick up your gloves. I'm
Oh, that's
healed.
right.
Bro, just give me one. Just give me one slap ass.
Just give me one slap it.
He's the pitcher, right, in that one?
I think so. Yeah.
In all
Yeah.
senses.
He's all the. Yeah.
yeah, he's,
It's okay, guys. I'm all better.
he like whispers it over his shoulder. He's like, just grab your glove.
Just sit down. It's okay. It's so bad.
One of the early ones that's hilarious is like, so you know what I said to her? I said, "Bitch."
Oh, that's one of my favorite
They all,
ones,
like, looking
too.
around,
And
like,
they go down in the
Megan.
basement and they're
Yeah.
hiding me. So that's what I said.
They're
He's
in
like, you
space.
really,
Have you watched the Your
really
Jacket
said
one?
that.
The which one?
It's like they're at the club and his girlfriend leaves and he's like, Megan, your jacket. And he's just chasing her like with his jacket. Bro, it's so funny.
Dude, he's genius.
Oh, the one where they're breakdancing and the guy's just going, noise. and then he's like, the other guy's like, Jordan or Key, keeps repeating it back to him. He's like, noise. Right after. And he's like, dude, stop. And he's just trying to say noise. Noise. And then, I'm just trying to noise your noise.
There's the
so
pizza one too when he's ordering like a bunch of
Yeah.
pizzas for himself.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I've seen that one, no.
So he's like this fat guy, and then Key is like the pizza guy, and he's like taking this order, and then the fat guy's just like calling out to like all these people because he's ordering a fuck ton of food, and he doesn't want to like get
Yeah.
embarrassed or whatever, and he's like, who wants a pepperoni? And then like he like makes up this like girl character, and the pizza dude is like, oh yeah, can I talk to her? And he like develops like a relationship with her.
Oh,
But then he's like, no, like I need to talk to her or whatever. And he's like, no. And then he just ends up hanging up. He's like, well, Chinese it is. And he calls Chinese.
That's so funny.
I gotta watch that again.
Yeah, we need to put more of those on. Well, I think that's horror.
Horror.
Some good horror
Um,
films.
We'll probably have
Honorable
to
mentions
do honorable
off
mentions.
the top.
Barbarian is the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Barbarian.
I think it's A24 again, but it's Justin Long.
Okay.
You know, Jeepers Creepers, Dodgeball, all that stuff. He,
Waiting.
yeah, waiting's good, but they go to an Airbnb, and then come to find out that this guy's like been incestually raising a family underneath it. It's so weird, dude. It's the most.
Barbaric.
It literally is.
Kind of like Cabin in the Woods.
Oh,
like that.
that's a
That's
good one. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great one. Except the ending. The last 5 minutes are literally. That was one of the most upsetting things ever. Helena showed me that movie, and then I was like, "This is so good." And then the last 5 minutes, I was like, "This just ruined the entire movie."
Awesome.
Just horrible ending.
Horrible. Go watch it. It's great.
Alright.
There's also a trippy one with Johnny Depp in the woods, and he's a writer, and he's starting to like lose his mind or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember.
Oh gosh, I
And
can
he
see the
smokes
cover.
cigarettes. Well, he always smokes
He always
cigarettes.
smokes
Cigarettes. You want to buy some dead sticks? I don't want to buy any of your dead sticks. All right.
That's
You don't wanna-
horror.
I don't.
That's horror.
You don't want to buy any of my dead
Yeah.
sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life?
I want to go home and rethink my life.
So good.
God, Obi-Wan.
What are
Well,
you gonna
that-
do, Master?
It'd be sick
Going
if they
to get
did
a drink.
a Star Wars horror film one time,
Dude.
like with the gore and everything, like a rated R. Like you have to be an adult.
Imagine a clone series horror. Like, remember the
Oh.
first few seasons when they're like the
There's some
Entry
scary
level?
animals they have in there. They're just
dude. Yeah, it could be
Jabba the
r-
Hutt's
you could-
animal, like where they found him or something.
the
What is it called again?
Rancor.
The Rancor,
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Imagine him just like popping someone.
Yeah.
They like save a baby Rancor.
Yeah,
Bad Batch.
they do. Yeah, that's
crazy.
stupid. Get rid of it, bro. That's one of those like
That's like that Rick and Morty episode where he has like the son where
the
like
four-armed one. Yeah, this
I just
whole-
want to kill Dad.
Yeah, the whole universe, the men are idiots and the women are like the intelligence, but they're
Oh,
super
no, yeah.
sexualized. And Morty ends up getting with one and having one of the sons.
Awesome.
But he tries to raise it. It's bad.
Yeah, it's.
That's hilarious.
But episode 12.
There it
Horror.
is.
There it
Horror.
is.
There'll
Stay
probably be
weird,
more on
everyone.
horror.
Oh yeah, dude. As more comes
Probably.
out,
Yeah.
and as we remember more,
Yeah.
we'll touch back on all these
First
episodes.
morning
and-
podcast.
Very.
Yeah, dude.
Alright.
Well,
We
you have a
knocked
long
it
day
out.
ahead of
Knocked
you.
it out.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Stay weird out there.
Stay weird.
Peace.
Bye.
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 We're the artistic. Weirdly. We're the artistic.
Damn.